Hello, little explorers. I'm Clara Meadows, your guide on this peaceful ocean journey. Let's dive into a world of calm together. Close your eyes if you like. Picture a soft sand beach at sunset. The sky glows with pink and gold clouds floating above endless waves. Above you, the horizon blazes in molten copper and lavender, as though the sun has spilled its honey into the ocean's skin. Sight, a symphony of sounds unfolds. The crash of frothy surf dissolving into sighs at your feet, the high, trilling cries of terns weaving between the groans of ancient driftwood carried ashore by tides. Sound the air carries a briny sweetness, salt mingled with the earthy musk of kelp and the faint floral tang of saltgrass swaying in the wind. Smell! Your toes sink into sand as fine as powdered pearl, each grain cool against your skin, while the breeze brushes over your arms like a secret whispered through gossamer threads. Touch, bending down, you pick up a shell with ridges shaped by centuries of ocean currents. Its surface pricks faintly when you press it to your lips, leaving behind a trace of sharp mineral salt that lingers on your tongue like the memory of a storm. Taste. With each step, the water retreats from your ankles in a tickling rhythm. Feel the sand shift underfoot, first solid beneath the arches of your feet, then soft and yielding as you lift your toes to let it spill away like liquid glass. Ahead, tide pools glimmer like hidden treasure chests. Peer into their glassy depths. Emerald anemones pulse like tiny hearts, while schools of translucent fish dart in synchronized spirals, their scales catching light like shards of seafoam. Sight, the sound of water dripping from a distant cave echoes softly. Somewhere beyond the rocks, a cavern hums with the low, resonant tone of waves knocking at its walls, as if the earth itself is breathing. Sound bending closer, you inhale the mingling scents of sun-warmed barnacles and the sharp greenness of sea lettuce clinging to tide-slick stones. Smell, press your palm to a cool, damp stone. Its surface is rough here, pitted with air holes carved by centuries of crashing waves, yet slick in places where seaweed clings like velvet moss. Touch, lick a droplet from a shell's edge. It sparkles on your tongue like ocean magic, sharp and alive, as though the sea has pressed its essence into your palm. Taste. Now imagine walking toward a cave where the moonlight spills through an arch of rock. Inside, bioluminescent creatures glow faintly. Blue and green lights dance in the shadows like fireflies underwater. The walls shimmer with ghostly hues. Turquoise jellyfish pulse in slow rhythm above your head, while clusters of golden sponges cling to crevices like molten stars frozen mid-fall. Sight, their soft clicks and bubbles mix with your heartbeat, slower now. Each breath syncs with the deep, resonant drumming of water echoing through hollow chambers, a lullaby carved from stone and sea. Sound the air is cool and sweet, tinged with minerals from the stone walls and the faint musk of salt-soaked algae, as though the cave itself exhales stories older than time. Smell, run your hands along the cave's curve. The rock is smooth here, worn by time and tides into a texture like wet marble, yet pocked in places with tiny craters where sea urchins once nested, their hollows still holding traces of briny dampness. Touch, sip a drop of water mist carried in on the breeze. It tastes like calm, like home, subtly metallic, as if you've drunk starlight filtered through the ocean's bones. Taste. You rest now on a driftwood swing, swaying gently as waves lull you. The wood beneath you is gnarled and honey brown, its curves shaped by storms into a cradle that rocks with the pulse of distant tides. Above, frayed vines dangle like sea kelp, brushing your shoulders with each sway, their touch light as feathers dipped in wind. Sight, a chorus of sounds surrounds you. The creak of driftwood groaning in its ropes, the whisper of salt spray misting your cheeks, and beneath it all, the steady, faraway song of waves folding into themselves like prayers. Sound the air carries a mingling of scents. Damp wood aged to sweetness by sun and sea, the faint petrichor of rain long past soaking into stone, and the clean sharpness of ozone rising from the cave's breath. Smell, your skin feels weightless, as though the ocean has woven its currents into your bones. The breeze strokes your forehead like a mother's hand, while the driftwood cradles your hips with a warmth that glows like buried embers. Touch on your tongue lingers the faint salinity of mist caught in your hair, sharp and fleeting as a memory you almost recall. Something vast and open and endlessly forgiving. Taste,